Hello.
Hello, people.
Um,
Why don't you give me this mug?
I like that mug. Our friend Leslie gave us Clint's mug.
Oh.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It has been
Quite a while.
a literal more than a year.
Yeah, it's been more than a year.
Since we have posted a video.
We're still alive, contrary to other opinions.
We are here, but we've had some really nice comments and messages of people asking us where we are.
Yeah.
So I feel like life has stabilized a little bit more.
Perhaps a bit more.
So we're gonna give it a go again.
Yeah, we'll give us a shot. We got some other videos planned as well, and we've been up to a lot of fun stuff in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
That are semi worth sharing. So.
Yeah. So this video is just gonna be an update.
Yeah.
Of where we've been.
Yeah.
For the last year.
The last year.
So the last video we posted, that wasn't just a yearly video, was a vlog, and I'll link that below. And it was really, we weren't doing much.
No, not really. There's a couple things going on around the house and people coming in and people going out. But the first part of last year and the middle of last year were pretty much the same. Not much happened. Just to update you all, the pandemic really took the creative energy out of our sales. It was really a hard time. It was a hard time for everyone. Yeah. But we had some deaths in the family, and it was just not a very fun time for us.
Yeah. So last year, we were trying to get back into making videos.
Yeah.
And we had made a couple, and literally 2 days after we filmed, I got another call that there was a family emergency, and my grandmother, who I was really close to, was in hospital and not doing well. So I literally, within 24 hours, went back to Wisconsin, and she did end up passing. So I was also the person that took care of her estate, or whatever, her belongings.
Yeah.
So I was in Wisconsin in February, kind of wrapping things up there, and then her funeral was in May?
Yeah. Sounds right.
Or June. And so I ended up going back to Wisconsin then in the spring and summer.
That's right.
And then literally from Wisconsin, I met Clint in New York.
Yeah, my organization, Mundo Sostenible, attempted to do a fundraiser several fundraisers in New York City and Washington, D.C. To very mixed success, unfortunately. But it was kind of weird. She went back to Wisconsin, but then to New York, and we met in New York. We brought our chief engineer, Rafael, over with us. And it was fun, and it was good to see old friends or some people in New York City that I haven't seen in quite a few years.
Well, and we got to see Rachel, who you guys might know from the vlogs in the 2020 time.
She was our COVID companion.
And we got to see a number of other friends that we met in Peru.
Right.
So that's been kind of fun. So for me, it was a bit of a shitty year last year, but that was a really fun time. Even though the actual fundraisers were mixed successes.
Yeah.
But that was good.
Yeah, and then there were several months of kind of not a whole heck of a lot. We were doing some planning for a few things earlier for this year. Mm-hmm. And then very late in the year, we did a couple more projects with my organization, which have been really fantastic. In fact, one of them is our highest savings percentage of all of our projects so far, which is really great. But then in November, we finally decided we were going to take our first vacation in years.
Right. So we'll back up just a bit, because I actually vlogged in October.
Really?
didn't finish it, didn't post it.
Oh.
But I will, like, post it later so you guys can see. But in October, Clint and I were walking to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And Clint grabbed me by the arm and pointed, and I looked. And there was a little baby kitten in the road all by himself. And so I just went and scooped him right up. We took him to the vet, and how naive we were. Because my thought was, oh, I'll take him to the vet, and they'll, like, take care of him and then, like, find him a home.
Yeah.
No, they did
find him a home.
They sent me home with a bottle and formula because he was so small. He was about 2.5 or 3 weeks old.
Tiny.
And so I had to bottle feed this kitten for the next, like, couple of weeks. For like every 2 hours, I was bottle feeding him.
Yeah.
And we did find him a home. So I fostered him until he was, like, eating regular cat food.
Yep.
And then our friend Bill, who used to live in our house, then had his own place, and he adopted him. So his name's Oscar, and I fostered him right up until the 30th of October.
Yep.
And then we literally left on the 1st of November, and we went to Cajamarca. Also, there's a vlog for that. Never edited it, never posted it. So that'll be coming.
Yeah.
But that was the first trip that Clint and I have taken that was just for fun.
Yeah.
Not a family emergency,
Right.
not a funeral, not a work thing, since April of 2019.
Yep.
So that was nice.
And I won't get into Cajamarca too much because obviously we have a video for that, but for those of you who don't know, that was the last place of the Incas, where the Incas were still in power. So
it's a
kind of
bit
interesting.
in the northern area of
North
Peru.
Central Peru. It's
So
really
it was
pretty.
something totally different for us,
very
which was
different.
really cool.
Yep.
And we also, during last year, I would say it was the best house vibes
Oh yeah.
we've ever had.
Yeah.
So we had Carrie living with us, we had Leah living with us, and we had Nate living with us.
Yeah.
And just the mix of those three with us was fantastic.
Yeah.
But everyone left all at once.
Yeah, everyone kind of left.
So Carrie left.
Although Leah didn't want to leave. She kept coming back and
Yes,
coming
she
back.
did. Carrie left to go back to England in late November, and Leah left like a day or two before her. And Nate stayed with us. He stuck around.
Yep.
And
Karina was here too.
Yeah,
Corinne, sorry.
So it was fun in the house. We were having a lot of fun. We all got along. We all liked to hang out together.
Yep.
So that was really nice.
Many Marses were terraformed.
Yeah. But then Nate left in February of this year. And Clint and I had kind of been planning something.
Yep.
And we purposefully did not refill any of the rooms in the house.
Yeah.
Because and this is actually, I think it's in a video. It was in the video that we filmed right before Grandma died.
Really?
We talked about this.
Ah, right.
And it finally came to fruition.
Finally.
So we renovated our kitchen.
Yeah.
There's a video for that too.
Yep.
So that will be coming. But that was both exciting and frustrating and awesome.
Yeah.
So
it turned out very well.
Yeah.
We're very happy with it.
Yep. So that is amazing. I'm actually quite happy about the kitchen.
Yeah.
What else have we been doing?
Odds and ends around the house. I made an attempt at a gray water system. It's still here. It's still viable, but I got some work to do for that. The piping is all in.
Yeah.
I just have some pumping issues and some particulate matter issues.
Oh, and in the middle of the kitchen renovation in February, or mid-February, little Oscar, who we found in the street and adopted out, Bill, our friend that adopted him, had also adopted a friend for him named Lucy, but Bill had to leave the country a little abruptly because of visa issues.
Yep.
And well, now we have Oscar and Lucy in the house. So
now we have 5.
We have 5 cats. Maybe we'll do a little meet and greet video like we did last for Chompy and
That's
Poppy
not a bad
and
idea.
Colby.
I like that idea.
They're so sweet though, and everyone is finally getting along. It was a big adjustment period.
Yep.
And Oscar and Lucy are still kittens, so it's
Yep. They're a little wild.
yeah. Yeah. So maybe we'll do that video.
Yep.
And then there was something. Oh, and then we lived in Cusco for a month.
Yeah. So in April, it's kind of a annual holiday for us at this point. But in April, we went back to Cusco with my organization, Mundo Sostenible, to do 3 more projects. One's at a family shelter, another at an orphanage, and another at a large colegio in Cusco. 3 really great projects. They went really well. Getting great numbers from them. They're very happy, saving them some money. And, you know, living in Cusco is kind of nice. It's a good change. Cusco is very different than Arequipa, for those of you who know, obviously. You agree?
We had been planning, so I was going to go to Cusco as well to live with Clint for the month that he was gone. And we had been planning to take the 3 cats with us. So we actually just followed through with that. So our really good friend Jerson stayed with Oscar and Lucy while we were in Cusco, and we took the 3 bigger cats, Chompy, Poppy, and Colby, and they went on their first plane ride.
Yay.
And we took them to Cusco.
Yep.
With mixed results on that.
Yeah.
I mean, they did pretty good.
It was all right. And then we came back to Arequipa for about 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
We were here for a very short time, and then we left again.
Yeah, we took our first, real trip outside of Peru since we went to Uruguay in 2019.
Yep.
And we went to Mexico.
Yay.
Neither of us had been.
Yeah.
We didn't do any filming there just because we wanted to
just
relax and enjoy it.
Yep.
But I'm sure we'll overlay some pictures and videos because, of course, we have some anyway.
Yep.
Mexico City was amazing.
Yeah, we really like Mexico City.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that we spent a lot of time in Peru before going to Mexico City, because we would have definitely considered living there. There's a lot of reasons why we're in Peru for my organization's sake. But Mexico City was wonderful. We had a blast. It was really nice. Great food.
Oh, the food.
Great neighborhoods.
Food.
Really, really enjoyed Mexico City.
Yeah.
So
The weather was great.
The weather was great.
Yeah.
We're definitely looking forward to going back there at some point.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
And so many museums.
Oh, man.
We got to see
bookstores,
the orchestra play, and the famous theater there.
Oh, man.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
That
really
was definitely one of the highlights of the year.
Yep, absolutely.
But now we're pretty much caught up because we got back from Mexico and we've just been stabilizing.
Yep.
And to be honest, because we've been kind of on the go, last year was a bit of a shit show for me, mentally and emotionally. I feel like just recently, my mental health is just kind of back on track now.
Right.
And we do have upcoming plans.
Yeah.
Time's flying, so it's going to happen.
Yeah, it'll be on top of us before we know.
Right. But we are going to go to another country that neither of us have gone to.
Yeah.
Which is really exciting. You want to talk about that?
So I've been wanting to go to Colombia for years. It's been by far my number one priority for a long time. And it's the next logical step for expansion of my organization. We've still got some milestones to reach here in Peru, so any of you on the board who are watching, I'm definitely mindful of that. But the point is we're hoping to visit Medellin. Mm-hmm. And
not hoping, we're definitely
going.
Plane tickets have been purchased. So it's done.
And we're bringing some friends too. Yeah. Part of my organization, some of the engineers and other folks are going to come as well. We want to kind of scope out Medellin as kind of our next expansion, next place for an office. There's a lot of reasons for that. I can go into that in another video. And then we're meeting some other friends. Well, possibly both.
Yeah.
Both places, but
it's like a big reunion.
It really is.
It's
like a big reunion.
Amazing.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Up in Santa Marta, which is in the northern coast of Colombia. Get some beach time. There's some great coffee plantations and some
parks.
and whatever.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go kind of relax for a couple weeks in Colombia and do a little bit of work, poking around for what the scene is like in Medellin. And then we're headed back to the States.
Yeah, straight from Colombia. We're
Straight from
heading
Colombia.
back to Wisconsin.
Yep.
I twisted Clint's arm. It's going to be about 2 weeks in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to see our family
Yep.
and friends. But then Clint's organization is also having a fundraiser.
If any of you are interested,
Madison,
come on
Wisconsin.
down. Madison, Wisconsin, October 20th at Olbrich Botanical Gardens.
And then we're coming back. We'll be back on Halloween,
Halloween.
my favorite holiday.
Yay.
And then things will stabilize again.
Yeah, probably. Maybe not. So, depending on how much money we raise, it'll very likely be a sudden torrent of project-making activity. We've been very lucky in the last few months and weeks. We also went back to Cusco again in May because we were putting on an event to showcase the projects we've done, because we now have 5 projects in Cusco. And we got a couple other folks to come in that are interested in projects, so schools and orphanages, which is really exciting. So we've got a lot more projects kind of on deck. We just need to find money.
Yeah.
And so if anyone's interested in donating, we'll post links below. But point is after that fundraiser, which we're anticipating will be pretty successful, the end of the year will probably be a little bit of a push of projects. There might be one between now and then. I'd say 1 or 2 between now and then for sure. The end of the year looks good. We've got things to look forward to.
Yeah.
And some traveling to do.
Yep.
Both for business and pleasure. And we're just sorry that we haven't been able to keep up with this. We really do enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
And keeping everyone up to date and interacting with you on the chat and otherwise, and it's been great.
Yeah.
But it's been very difficult for us to keep up. So we appreciate you guys sticking with us. It's been a trying couple of years.
Yeah.
And by no means are we alone. I'm sure these last couple of years have been difficult for a lot of you. But we're isolated here away from our home and our family, and our families. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys sticking with us, and hopefully we'll have more to come.
Yeah, and as I said, we're gonna give our best to keep making videos. So if anyone has anything they'd like to see or any topic that you'd like covered, whether it's like post-COVID Peru, what it's like now, or just any updates, because a lot of the informational type of videos that we did about Peru, specifically Arequipa, has been really old now.
Yeah, now it's really outdated.
Pretty outdated, and also, COVID did affect a lot of things.
Definitely.
We do plan on doing some stuff about our experience buying a house in a foreign country.
Yeah, right.
So we have a list, but if you have a topic you want covered, please put it down in the comments below. We will take any and all suggestions, because we're trying to get those creative juices going.
Yep, definitely. So thank you all for listening in again.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.